Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain hereditary and environment. Yeah, hereditary is nothing but whatever the characters, the genetic material that will be transformed from one generation to the next. That is, from parents to the offsprings. What is the connection between hereditary and the environment? Because hereditary, when we look into the hereditary, it is purely concerned with the genetic material that what we have got from our parents. It is purely the DNA. But how the environment is influencing the hereditary? Because see, when we look into the organism, it is not just the DNA that we got from our parents is influencing for the hereditary of an individual, or the characters which is expressed by the individual is not just by the DNA that what we got from our parents. It is also influenced by the environment. Hereditary and the environment, they should go hand in hand for the better expression of the phenotypes of an individual. Uh, so, in that concern, there are certain terminologies that we need to discuss first. That is the genotype. Genotype is nothing but the genetic makeup of an individual. All the individuals are having the genotype. That is the DNA which we got from the parents, the previous generation. So from there, we got the DNA as our genetic material. That is what we call the genotype. The genes are encoded in that DNA, and those genes are involving in synthesizing various proteins that are helpful, or those are the one which are influencing our morphology and the phenotypic characters. Next one is the phenotype. Phenotype is nothing but the appearance of an organism. So there, the influence of the environment happens. Usually, the genotype, the phenotype of the individual, mainly in concern with the genotype of the individual. That is, whatever the proteins, if at all, if an individual is having a straight hair, so that straight hair gene is from their parents. If the individual is having the curly hair, that is from the parents. So again, the curly hair gene from the parents got passed to the next generation, the offspring, and that particular protein is synthesizing in the body, and that will get expressed in the organism. That is what the phenotype is. But there is a phenocopy. Phenocopy is nothing but it is a phenotypic expression of an organism influenced by the environment and genotype. Sometimes, irrespective of the genotype, environment, the influence of the environment is very great that there will be alteration of the genotype of that particular individual. Sometimes the quality of the water, the quality of the sunlight intensity, temperature intensity makes a difference in the phenotype of an individual. That is what we call the phenocopy. So there is so much influence of the environment in the phenotype of an individual. That is what we call the phenocopy. Take for example, if an individual, I'll be quoting certain examples in the next slides or in the next session even. So if an individual, if at all, if an individual having a, skin complexion of a normal wheatish, if that gets exposed to the sun for a longer duration, obviously the complexion of, that may get turns to darker for longer duration, and for the higher intensity, the pigmentation will become higher and the complexion of the individual will become darker. That is what we call the phenocopy. There, along with the influence of the genotype, the influence of the environment also plays a very important role in the expression of the phenotype. That is the phenocopy. So this is how, see, in this picture, we can actually make out the genes and the environment. The collision of the genes and the environment, the combination of the genes and the environment actually gives the phenotype. The phenotypic expression of an individual is influenced by both the genes and the environment. Then only the phenotype of the individual will become. That is the reason we get adopted the various environments, because our genes is well cope up with the environment that we live. So that is the phenotype, the phenocopy. From parents to offsprings, always there will be a transfer of genes. So from parents to the offsprings, the genes will get transferred in the name of hereditary material. But the human culture, the kid culture, is influenced by the various factors like the non-kin, kin, parent, societal norms, peers. These are the various influences that actually influence, or that actually, what I can say, make an effect on the culture of an individual. So environment also plays a very important role in the phenotype of an individual's. Yeah. To conclude with, in this short video, I discussed what is the influence of environment on the on the individual in order to express the phenotype. It is not just the hereditary product, that is DNA, is influencing the phenotype of an individual. Along with that, environment also plays a very important role in developing the phenotype of an individual. That's what we discussed. Yeah, these are the references I made for this video. Thank you.